Hey guys, happy Thursday. I've got my Jurassic Park shirt on today, and the reason is because we are going to be drawing a dinosaur today, more specifically a velociraptor. You are going to need paper. I 100% recommend starting with pencil first on this one because we're gonna build it up with a bunch of really simple shapes and lines. And then any sorts of coloring supplies that you want to color in your dinosaur, okay? So go ahead, get your supplies, and let's get started. All right, guys, I know that I have been talking about trying to do most of my drawing videos in marker for you because I know it's just a little bit easier to see when I am drawing with marker instead of pencil. But for this drawing today, we need to start with pencil first. However, I will do most of the drawing in marker right away, so it's a little easier to see. But the first couple steps we have to do in pencil because we're going to erase them out completely. What we're going to be doing, you guys, is we are going to make not really like a stick figure, but kind of a very simple drawing of this dinosaur using lines and very basic shapes. And then we will add more to it to make it shaped like the actual dinosaur. This is different than yesterday's unicorn drawing where we just drew all the outlines right away. This one we're going to do it a totally different way and start with really basic shapes. So the first thing you're going to do with your pencil, remember this stuff is all going to get erased, so you do not want to do this in marker. You're going to make a line that looks something like this. This is going to be the end of our dinosaur's tail. This is going to be where its head goes. So you don't want this all the way at the top, and you don't want this super short. You'll see as we go on, it'll make more sense. So start with this very basic line here. It's like an L, but a really long bottom part, okay? At the top of this here, you are going to draw an oval. This is going to turn out to be our velociraptor's head, okay? And then at this corner here, move a little ways over, okay? And we are going to draw a circle on this line, or I know some of you with drawing circles is a little hard, so you can draw a frowny mouth and a smiley mouth. And if it's not a perfect circle, like this actually looks more like an oval, that's fine, okay? We're still gonna add a few more very simple lines with pencil right now, and then I'm gonna start using marker to show you the rest. I still recommend you do the whole thing in pencil first though. Okay, so at the part where this circle or oval is touching this line, so right where they touch, make a straight line that goes just a little below this, okay? See, it's gonna be this front leg. Then inside the circle or oval and close to the right side, but not right here, close to it, you are going to make a longer straight line. That's going to be the back leg. And then we can also put a little dot right here for now. That's going to be where the eye goes. All right, guys. So we have our basic little kind of like a skeleton, I guess, of our drawing. What we're going to be working on now is drawing lines to make this shape more like the actual dinosaur. I am going to stop using pencil and I am going to grab my Sharpie marker because I just want you guys to be able to see these lines a little bit better. I would still draw it in pencil first. I really recommend everything pencil first. It just makes it easier. Let's start with the face. So inside this oval, pretty close to the right side, I'm going to make a line that curves down just a little and it goes a teeny bit outside that oval. And then I'm going to make another line that curves down and then straight. So see, that's that inside of the mouth. Their mouth is really wide open. Then I'm going to go ahead and kind of continue from this line and go up back towards the oval and stop about where they touch. For the top of the head, I'm going to go up. And see, it's lining up at the top of this oval, but then I want it to curve down a little bit and then curve back up. Okay? So it goes up and then goes down and then back up. And then we are going to go outside the oval. So we're not tracing over our oval and our line. We're just kind of using it as a guide for ourselves. And I'm going to go kind of next to this line here. And I'll go a little ways and then curve till it touches this oval. I'm gonna do the neck on this side too. Remember, I'm not just going like that, tracing around it. I'm just using it as a guide for myself. Then I'm going to draw from this bottom jaw here, I'm going to do a little curved line that goes like like that. Perfect. Now for the eye, I'm gonna leave that for now because some of you might want to make your eye more realistic like this one, or some of you might want to make a more cartoony eye, so we're just gonna leave that for now. And we're gonna do the teeth and the tongue later. Let's get the rest of our body drawn. So for the back and the tail, you trace over the oval. So you're just going over it there, and then once you get past that oval, you don't want to go down and go all the way around it. Once you get past the edge of it, you're going to just keep going and have this line get lower and lower and lower until it touches the pencil line. So you go over the back and then lower, lower, lower until it touches the pencil line. Then you can, actually I'm going to start over here. I'm going to start right next to this oval on the bottom. I'm going to start a little ways over, so like here, okay? And I'm going to have this line get a little bit higher and higher and higher until it touches that line that was on top. So you can see it's starting to come together, and see how some of these really simple lines have just helped us to kind of get the basic shape in here. Now we can do the arms, and dinosaurs were probably very muscular and strong, right? Because they had big, heavy bones. So they probably had very strong muscles to move those bones around. So, looking at this straight line here, I'm going to start at the top where it's touching this stuff, and I'm going to draw a curve, kind of like a little parentheses, and then it curves this way. So one way, the other way, it kind of looks like a squished letter S, and then it goes back again. So 1, 2, 3, and then we curve back. There's his hand, and I'm just gonna follow this line. So there's that, and then curve that way. So there's a little bit more muscular looking arm. And this back leg here, this one's a little weird, but don't worry, you got this. I'm gonna start above this straight line. So up here, above it, I am going to make a line that goes out. Okay, and then once we get outside of this original oval here, I'm gonna stop. And then it's going to bend back and go all the way to this line. So bend back all the way to this line, and once it gets here, it kind of straightens out and then curves a little bit back, and we draw kind of a rectangle, like a rounded rectangle for the foot. As we go back up, we're gonna go out this way, so whoop, like that, and then we're gonna go back in and touch this line. So look, back, there we go, and then a curved line that connects to the tail. There we go. And then for his belly, depending on your oval, my oval's lined up pretty well with this part, the neck and the chest, so I can just kind of trace over that. If your oval is really low or really high and it wouldn't look like it connects to this line, just draw the line for the belly wherever it makes sense. But now I have my basic dinosaur done. What's left is adding lots of details, whatever you want to add. I'm going to add a little dot for a nostril. I'm going to do little triangles for those sharp dinosaur teeth. I'm going to do a long, pointy tongue. Now for the eye, you can keep it really simple. You could do like a cute little eye that's just a dot or has some eyelashes. What I like to do though is I kind of draw an oval shape, and then to make that eye that kind of looks like a slit that's kind of scary, you do a curved line going one way and a curved line going the other way, and then you get that kind of slit eye. And then remember how we talked about emojis and emotions and how eyebrows can make someone look mean? Let's give them an angry eyebrow. Just make them look a little more scary. Something that velociraptors have that's super important is those claws. Okay, so on this hand, I'm going to draw a curved line and have a point at the top, and I'll just draw a couple little claws. I'm going to draw one big claw here, and then that kind of raptor claw that they have that sticks up. And then it's totally up to you if you want to add extra details. I'm going to draw the line for the ground, making sure that his foot is on the ground and not floating above it. So there we go. I'll show you how to draw some of these plants, but you don't need to add them. It's just an extra option. These little ones, you just do two curved lines, kind of like the smiley mouth and the frowny mouth if they were turned on their side. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. As many leaves as you want. For the tree, you do two lines that kind of angle in towards each other. I'm going to have this one go by that plant. They go in towards each other, and then straight line on top. And for each leaf, however many you have, you do a curved line like this. You can go behind the dinosaur. You do lines like that. And then you leave a little bit of the stem showing, and you do kind of a wiggly line until you get to the end of that curved line we drew. Wiggly, wiggly, whoop, connect. And inside the leaves, you can do these little curved lines that just kind of look like the veins that you see on leaves. Oh, and then this little curly one, I'm going to put it here. I started by doing those little plants that I already showed you, and then you draw a big curly line like this, and then just start near it and draw another curly line and connect it to the first one. I did 3 big curls on the example one, the first one I made. Or no, I did 4. 4 big curls. I'll do 3 on this one. And then if you add like an extra leaf or 2 next to the curls, that can add a little extra. But there you have it, guys. Obviously, you want to erase all of these skeleton lines. I guess that's what we'll call them, our little skeleton lines. You don't want to see the oval that we started with. You don't want to see the straight line that goes through the tail. That was just to help us kind of get all these kind of complicated shapes. Dinosaurs, a lot of the ones that are the meat eaters, the predators, they have very difficult to draw bodies. So you can erase that off. And then you know, have fun coloring, adding whatever colors you want. You could add some extra dinosaurs hanging out around the Velociraptor. You could add a sun in the sky, or really anything that you want, but just have fun, you guys, coloring it in however you want. Alright, you guys, I hope you had fun making your Velociraptor with me today, and I also hope you had fun adding your colors and all your different plants and stuff. And I will see you guys tomorrow for another drawing video, our last one for the week. Please let me know, you guys, in the comments if there's anything that you want me to show you how to draw for next week. This one here and the one that we're going to do tomorrow are actually recommended by my nephew. So if you guys have something that you want me to show you how to draw, tell me in the comments or email me, or have your parent send me a message, and I will try to do that for you next week or anytime really. I will see you guys tomorrow for our last video of the week. Bye!